Okay, guys, here we are in round 3 of the Holiday Festival Vintage Championship, and our opponent is AphexTwin, and we have won the die roll. Yeah, this is a pretty bad hand, guys. I think we have to mulligan this. Even worse. Oh boy. Okay. A little bit of a tough start for us, but this is a reasonable hand. We're going to sadly have to expose our workshop, but we've got the thorn here. And hopefully we can draw another land here. Our opponent's thinking about that. And we do have the Cavern of Souls to be able to force through a Cult Forge Master, which is pretty solid. So for a mulligan to 5, this is not the worst. I have no idea what our opponent's on. Hopefully it's not Dredge, because we just gave away a 3 Wasteland hand. Okay. Oh, wow. That's not terrible. If we can get a Wasteland here, that would be a lot better, but let's see if we can get a Crucible. I wouldn't be disappointed if that got Force of Willed. At this stage in the game, it probably will just end up as fodder for our Forge Master if we can ever get him into play. And our goal here is to draw land next turn. Okay. Fastband, wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, my opponent can gush here or go and look for something for a gush, but at least the thorn is inhibiting him somewhat here from storming me out. It's not ideal, obviously, but what we don't want to see here is a Jace. Or a Trigon Predator for that matter, but okay, Talrand. It's pretty good. Land. Great draw. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, we can actually duplicate and take away his Talrand. Which is really not that terrible. And then the following turn we Forge Master, right? Why don't we try that? Like, it's not perfect, but maybe he's just run himself right out of steam here. I mean, if he's got the Force of Will, he's got it, but I'm not adverse to him pitching his only card and a Force of Will to the duplicant. You know, that Thorn ended up being significant there and getting inhibiting him from probably going off that turn. What would be bad is if he tinkered us, but not much we could do about that. Oh, it does got the Yogg-Will. Okay. That's unfortunate, but it could have been a lot worse for sure. Preordain. Hopefully he just passes back, and he does. Okay, so maybe he's got a Force of Will in hand. Oh, Revoker. Not great in this particular situation, but I mean, I could put it on his mana crypt, but he's still going to be able to cast whatever he wants. I think I just got to try and get the Forge Master into play here. In the following turn, I will cast the Revoker. And hopefully this will stick. We know it's going to land. Just will it stick? Wow, would he be trying to counter this? I guess he could have a mana drain, but mana drain is really bad here. He's got a lot of mana as it is. Wow, so he's just after the raw mana. Maybe you didn't notice I had a Cavern of Souls. Doesn't make much sense to me unless he's got... he's only got... Okay. I was going to say he's only got 2 cards in hand, so that's really odd that he would need that much mana with how much he had. Yeah, Cavern of Souls was pretty big there. And that's exactly why we're running it. I don't know that Duplicant's great against this type of deck. He probably does run a Blightsteel, but I don't know that we're going to make any changes here, guys. I mean, maybe take out a Chalice of the Void and bring in... Crucible's not very good because he's got those gushes. I'll just bring in a Worm Coil. Not bad from a mulligan to 5. I'll take it. Now this is a very high-risk hand here. And I don't think it's one that I can keep. I think I've got to mulligan that. This is better. You know, it would have been fine had we had a Moxen or something like that to back it up, because if he counters our Sol Ring, then we're just screwed. Excuse me. It'll be interesting to see what he does here, if anything. Is he just going to cantrip or cast a Preordain? We're going to see a Young Pyromancer come into play. I wouldn't be happy to see a Young Pyromancer here, but okay, I can live with a Time Walk. Cycled himself. Black Lotus, okay. Oh, Tinker. All right, that's pretty good. I don't think we can beat that. We're going to have to draw a Metamorph here. What a play from him. Wow. Very nice. I didn't even get to cast a card. All right. Well, we made the right call that he has the Tinker Blightsteel. We're going to bring Chalice back in, and I guess I'll take a Worm Coil out. I think this is fine. All right, guys, that is one way to lose a game. Yowzers. Much better. Much, much better. Hopefully we can get our Sphere of Resistance into play here. Unfortunately, we will not be able to follow that up by casting a Steel Hellkite unless we rip another Mishra's Workshop, but that's okay. Which breeds the question, should we actually be exposing our Workshop? And probably not. But really, it's not a big deal. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm really not worried about him doing that, because I want to give myself an opportunity to be able to cast something next turn. Like if I draw another Sphere or I draw a Revoker or something, and be able to Wasteland. Or Strip Mine, excuse me. So not a crazy start for me, but not terrible either. So that's very good news for us. And we're going to strip him, and we'll take his Mock Sapphire here, hopefully. He may force a will this. Okay. Mock Sapphire. And we'll move into the next phase. Get rid of that one. Yeah, and hopefully this sets him back. He now has no land. Geez. Okay, that's fortuitous for us. Particularly because we can cast a Forge Master now. And go uncontested with the Forge Master. So I feel like we're in a pretty good position here, guys. Just more so because my opponent cannot counter my Forge Master. And being able to cast our Forge Master here is extremely strong. I'm not sure what we'd go for yet, particularly because it would cost us, yeah. I'm glad he didn't make us play that out, but let's see what we've drawn. Workshop would have been great. Chalice would have been great. Yeah, we were going to get there. All right.